The Western Michigan men's basketball team is in the middle of Mid-American Conference basketball and squared off recently with three tough teams from the MAC East Division. January 15th, the Broncos squared off with nationally ranked Buffalo at University Arena. Josh Davis led the way with 24 points, but the Broncos fell in the end 88-79 to the Bulls. Last Saturday, the Broncos traveled over to Bowling Green, Ohio to meet the MAC East co-leaders. And the Falcons defeated the Broncos in that one 79-48. Then Tuesday night, the Broncos were on the road again in Athens, Ohio to meet the Ohio Bobcats. Western Michigan raced out to a 15-1 lead. But despite a game-high 24 points from Mike Flowers and 23 points and 15 rebounds from Seth Dugan, the Broncos could not pull it out, falling on the road 81-76. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Steve Hawkins joins me for all the highlights on this week's Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
Home. It's so much more than just a structure. It's where life happens. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or always on the move, getting pre-qualified for a home loan from Arbor Financial can give you exactly the advantage you need to secure the home of your dreams. Our experts are there to walk you through the process so that you can focus less on your loan and more on making memories. Apply online at arborfcu.org. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here. Equal housing lender.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you, through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer, not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Nolte Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Well, the Broncos are in the middle of Mid-American Conference play and had three tough opponents, one at home and two on the road. We're with head coach Steve Hawkins. And Hawk, you're playing some of the top teams in the MAC East here early in conference play, starting with nationally ranked Buffalo.
You're telling me. You know, our guys are really battling, but it is a very difficult part of the schedule. We started with 4 of our first 6 on the road and against some terrific teams that have a lot of veteran leadership.
The Buffalo Bulls, one of the best teams in the MAC and in the country. They were ranked 16th when they came into University Arena. Let's go out to see some highlights from that game, and the Broncos played a very good game. Hawk, I think that was one of your best games this year, even though you lost.
You're exactly right. I mean, we were up 9, I think, maybe even 11 at one point in time in this game, and a Buffalo team that is full of veterans and as good as they are, they have 5 seniors. They did what they needed to do. They responded very well.
And of course, the Broncos have been without 3 guys that would be playing a lot of minutes for you, not able to go this year, and they're all sitting out. So you're undermanned, but the guys that are in there are giving it their all.
They really are. I've been really proud of the guys that are there. All of 6 of the 12 that are playing right now are first-year players, and you know, guys like Josh Davis, you saw in the back door, as well as that putback there, and Seth Dugan, another one of our seniors. They're having to lead us, and then a lot of people forget that Mike Flowers who's been terrific for us so far this year, is just a sophomore. So we're really relying heavily on those guys.
Mike is sophomore, leading your team in scoring, and there's one of your Canadians knocking down the three-pointer, William Boyer-Richard.
And he has been terrific. He's really been coming on strong as the season progresses. He's really understanding what his role is and picking and choosing when to use his offensive game, and he's fitting in real well there. I really believe strongly that we can get some more of our young guys going here, but until we do, that's another one of the ball handlers we have to get going.
Josh Davis with a jumper there. He was 10 of 16, 1 of 4 from 3. The difference in Josh's game against Buffalo was he was going to the rim.
That's something that we've really been talking to the guys about, is we're just spending too much time shooting three-point shots when they're not dropping. It's one thing when you've got it going, but when they're not dropping, you got to get to the rim and put some pressure on the rim and see if the guys in the striped shirts will blow their whistle. We call it put the air in the whistle. If we're just taking jump shots, then that's going to be an issue.
There's Josh inside the arc for that jumper from about 16 feet, and Western Michigan playing very well at home against Buffalo. Looked like he might hand them a loss.
Well, I know we had them concerned, but again, the Buffalo team just does a terrific job of poise. That's the thing that comes to mind more than anything else when I think of the Buffalo team. They're very poised.
That was a shot of Darius Slay, all-pro corner for the Detroit Lions, who was at the game against Buffalo, and it was great to see him, and he was enjoying the night at University Arena. Now you come out in the second half trying to hold on here.
Yeah, I mean, we lost the lead right before half, and we were up 11 with about 4 minutes to play, and again, that poise word came into play, and we lost a little bit of it there. We turned the ball over some, but we came back out in the second half, and I thought we responded really well again.
Here's Michael Flowers, your leading scorer, averaging around 16 points a game, and he's had a lot of big games for you. He had 31 against Michigan, huh?
Yeah, and he had another big game against Cincinnati. He's capable of getting his own shot, which is something we were really concerned about going in because of the loss of Thomas Wilder last year, who was going to be able to create a shot for themselves. And Mike has been able to do that. We just gotta get a couple more guys again, Rob. It seems like we talk about that all the time. We're relying a little too heavily on just one or two guys right now. We've got to do a better job of getting more people involved.
2 more. Josh Davis, 24 points in this game against the Bulls. Here you see him again going to work, and a nice backdoor play for the dunk to Dugan.
You know what, Robin? In this game, we probably had as much of is we had great half-court execution. I thought that Buffalo, we talked with the coaches at Buffalo after the game, and a couple of their outstanding defensive players like Carruthers that said that they really had problems guarding our half-court stuff. We couldn't get them stopped either, but in this game here, I really felt like our half-court offense was working really well.
Josh with a little step back there off 1 foot. He had his bag of tricks going in this game, and here you're making some plays on defense, and Josh forces a turnover.
Yeah, Josh was really active defensively in this game, and as you talked about going to the rim, that little step back jumper we saw, that's the one we want to stay away from. I don't want to take him too many of those. That's some of those plays right there, a little too soft for my liking. I like it better when he's going to the rim.
Bronco faithful trying to get a victory for you here, and there's Patrick Emilian, had his best game as a Bronco, 12 points in this game. He's a true freshman from Toronto.
Yeah, that is as big of that's a guy right there that we're really going to need to grow up. He's a freshman. We should be relying on him to kind of come off the bench and give us some stable minutes. And what we really need him to do now is to pick up some star minutes and to pick up some star statistics. It's not an easy thing to do.
Broncos battled them down to the wire, but in the end, Coach Oates and the Buffalo Bulls get the victory, 88-79. Coming up, we'll look at the Broncos' trips to Bowling Green and Ohio. Now a timeout on Bronco Review.
It's Galesburg Ford's 20th anniversary, and we're celebrating in a big way. Since 1999, Galesburg Ford has been working to satisfy our customers.
With great Ford cars and trucks.
And the superior service you expect.
Our Galesburg Ford family is built Ford proud. So for your next car, truck, or SUV, come to Galesburg Ford. Galesburg Ford is a leader in customer satisfaction. Our employees are factory trained and certified to assure your service exceeds your expectations.
Galesburg Ford, not too far for your next car.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dunshee also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunshee Body and Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, DunsheeBody.com. Dunshee Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Home. It's so much more than just a structure. It's where life happens. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or always on the move, getting pre-qualified for a home loan from Arbor Financial can give you exactly the advantage you need to secure the home of your dreams. Our experts are there to walk you through the process so that you can focus less on your loan and more on making memories. Apply online at arborfcu.org. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here. Equal housing lender.
Schedule online, anytime. Now you can easily schedule an appointment with Ascension Care Teams. No matter where you are or what you're up to. If you're a new patient or if you've been here before, we have appointments available at locations near you. Find your appointment online anytime at getascensionmichigancare.com.
This new Little Caesars thin crust pizza is so loaded with pepperoni and cheese. I don't believe there is any thin crust. Pepperoni, 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 cheese, 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 crust. Found it!
There is a crispy crust under all that pepperoni.
Pick up the most cheese and pepperoni you can fit on a large thin crust pizza for the nation's best price at just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, after playing nationally ranked Buffalo at University Arena, the Broncos went on the road to take on the team tied with Buffalo atop the MAC East Division at the time, the Bowling Green Falcons. And this was an underrated team going into the season, Hawk. Bowling Green is for real.
They really are, and we picked the wrong night to play poorly because this is a team that was very hot, not just good, but also very hot. We laid an egg in this when Bowling Green took advantage.
Yeah, the Falcons won this one 79-48 over the Broncos. A snowstorm hit Northwest Ohio. The game went on, though, although they did move it up earlier in the afternoon.
They did. This game had a really, as long as I've been doing this, Robin, every once in a while there's about one or two games a year where you just know something's not right here. The stars aren't aligned, and you get a bad feeling from the morning on. This was one of those games. The snowstorm. I mean, we just woke up, and I thought we could be in trouble today. And Bowling Green came out, and as I mentioned earlier, they really took advantage of it.
They have three of the best players in the conference, led by DiMaggio Wiggins and Justin Turner and Dylan Fry. Those three guys in their starting lineup are legit.
Yeah, those are the three main guys. They do a terrific job. Justin Turner can go get a basket at any time. He creates for himself as well as others. Dylan Fry is a guy that can knock down open threes, but he also does a terrific job of getting others involved. And then Wiggins is a relentless rebounder. And the other part about these guys is the rest of their guys really understand their roles so well, and they play them, and they don't just play them, they don't just accept them, they embrace them.
Here's Squeaky posting up, and he deals it inside. You get it to Seth, and his shot was blocked, but he fights through there and gets the rebound and the putback. And this was a battle with two of the top centers in the MAC, and Wiggins against Seth Dugan.
I'll tell you, I'd hate to think of where we would be without Seth. I mean, he is really, I know he's frustrated with the wins and the losses, but he is making the most out of his senior year. He plays so hard. He has been ready every single time. to come out and play. We got off to a little bit of a rough start offensively, but our defense was keeping us in the game, and our rebounding. There you see Seth has really helped us on that end of the floor.
He's a guy that battled back from injury last year. He played through an injury in his junior year, trying to help out the team.
Yeah, that's a guy, that shows you his unselfishness. Seth had the stress fracture. He really had the opportunity and probably should have athletically at least redshirted. But he's an outstanding student. He wanted to help out his teammates. He said last year, I'll do whatever it takes. I don't want to be the reason that we don't make a run towards the championship. So any way I can help. So last year, what he did was that he stayed in a boot when he wasn't playing, and then on game day we'd take him out of the boot and he'd play. But he didn't practice. He didn't do much of anything other than shoot free throws.
All right, here you are still in the first half, trying to stay with Bowling Green. They got off to a hot start, Hawk, as they knocked down 3 consecutive triples to start the game.
They did, and what we're looking at here, our crew here has done a terrific job of finding us sharing the ball. I think we might have seen the only clips of us sharing the ball today, because we really did go one-on-one a little bit too much in this game, well, a lot too much. But we shared the ball at certain spots, and our pace was really bad in this game. I think after we got our pace going, things got a lot better for us.
Broncos were down 30-17 at halftime. In the second half, they were outscored 49-31. It ended up 79-48, but you got a lot of second half minutes for your bench guys, and hopefully that pays off down the road.
Yeah, again, Mike had strained his groin in the practice the night before, and so I was concerned about him going into it. We weren't even sure if he was going to be able to play, and he was able to go. But as I said, when I became concerned about just the overall feel of the game, and I could see this wasn't just one or two guys not playing well, and we could go to the bench and maybe get some guys to step in and play better. This was a mass breakdown this particular day, defensively, offensively. Even the guys that played well offensively, like Mike, had a poor defensive night. So we went to the bench and said, okay, we're going to live to fight another day here. Let's not get anybody hurt, and let's see if we can get these other guys some minutes. And they came in, and you're right. It's terrific for them to get experience. Unfortunately, they didn't play a lot better themselves.
Here's DJ Houston, your Los Angeles connection with a steal and a bucket at the other end.
Yeah, DJ has been terrific. What a great kid. And he's a terrific story coming out of LA and as a walk-on for us. He loves it here at Western, and he's Mr. Energy. Whenever he comes in, he's a great defensive player. He really puts pressure on the rim. Doesn't shoot it well, but it doesn't matter to him. He still is able, to find a way to impact the game.
If you can make a layup and play defense, you can have a role on my team.
Yeah, that helps. And DJ has a terrific. He really has a terrific basketball IQ. He sees the game well. He understands it well.
All right, the Broncos fall on the road to the Bowling Green Falcons. Again, the final on this one, 79-48. Then it's back on the road for the Broncos as they head to Athens, Ohio. We'll talk about that one next on Bronco Review.
Does your home need a facelift? You should call BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's been improving the look of homes throughout West Michigan with new roofing and siding. Right now, save 50% off the installation of new roofing and siding from BlackBerry, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle and Mastic Vinyl Siding. 50% off installation of roofing and siding and pay no interest for 18 months. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
More devices, more apps, more streaming. Today, we need more speed than ever to stay connected, so we're making the best in-home Wi-Fi experience even better. We're giving our customers faster speeds and including them in our most popular plans at no additional cost. We've increased our speeds 17 times in 17 years, so you can keep streaming, sharing, and connecting like never before. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Home. It's so much more than just a structure. It's where life happens. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or always on the move, getting pre-qualified for a home loan from Arbor Financial can give you exactly the advantage you need to secure the home of your dreams. Our experts are there to walk you through the process so that you can focus less on your loan and more on making memories. Apply online at arborfcu.org. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here. Equal housing lender.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter, the 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
Well, after the trip to Bowling Green, the Broncos were back on the road Tuesday night, taking on the Ohio Bobcats. Two teams hungry for a win. And Hawk, you guys got off to a great start Tuesday at the Convo down in Athens. You guys jumped out to a 15-1 lead.
Yeah, our guys were really anxious to take the court, to get the bad taste of the Bowling Green game out of our mouth. They're really anxious to get on the court. I thought that they came out with a lot of energy. Game plan was solid. They followed it really well early. And then we just kind of, when we went to the bench, we got ourselves in trouble a little bit in this game. And again, against an Ohio team that's a very difficult place to play down in Athens. You've been there many times. Yeah,
they came roaring back, and you guys had a little drought there after you had that 15-1 lead, and Ohio came back and took the lead on you.
They did, and I thought our offensive execution in the half court was really good for the most part the entire game. The second half really got sloppy to begin with. I mean, that looked like recess, out there for a while. There were turnovers and crazy passes and crazy shots. Led to an interesting part of the game.
By both teams?
By both teams, yes. It was back and forth. Finally, Saul called timeout and said, okay, let's calm all this down out here. I was happy he did because I didn't want to.
Double-double for Seth Dugan in this game. He had 23 points and 15 rebounds. That's 7 double-doubles for your senior center.
Absolutely terrific. In talking with their coaching staff after the game, they talked about Seth as well as Mike and having big nights for them.
Yeah, Mike Flowers with 24. He led the game in scoring, and he was 6 for 6 from 3 before he missed his last 2 late in the game.
Yeah, he was really, really hot and had it going from the three-point line as well as getting to the rim.
All right, next up, the Broncos get back at home. They'll entertain Eastern Michigan on Saturday. We'll look ahead to that game next on Bronco Review.
Introducing Little Caesars Large Hot and Ready 5-Meat Feast with 5 delicious meat toppings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Including pepperoni, sausage, bacon, beef, and ham. Only $9 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Home. It's so much more than just a structure. It's where life happens. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or always on the move, getting pre-qualified for a home loan from Arbor Financial can give you exactly the advantage you need to secure the home of your dreams. Our experts are there to walk you through the process so that you can focus less on your loan and more on making memories. Apply online at arborfcu.org. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here. Equal housing lender.
It's Galesburg Ford's 20th anniversary, and we're celebrating in a big way.
Since 1999, Galesburg Ford has been working to satisfy our customers.
With great Ford cars and trucks.
And the superior service you expect.
Our Galesburg Ford family is built Ford proud. So for your next car, truck, or SUV, come to Galesburg Ford. Galesburg Ford is a leader in customer satisfaction. Our employees are factory trained and certified to assure your service exceeds your expectations.
Galesburg Ford, not too far for your next car.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your friends and family about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the largest credit union in Michigan. With one of the highest checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Earn more when you save, pay less when you borrow. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Thanks to your mouth and holla. $5. Holla. $5.
How much did it cost?
It's 4 slices of deep dish and a Pepsi for just $5.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, the Broncos are back at home looking for their first conference victory as they take on cross-state rival Eastern Michigan Saturday afternoon. That's a 2 o'clock tip-off at University Arena. And here we go again against Eastern Michigan, their extended zone defense, Hawk.
Yeah, through our first 6 games, we have not faced a single possession of zone. Now we're getting ready to go up against the team that plays nothing but zone. We played a lot of it in our non-conference schedule, but this will be the first team in conference play that has gone to it.
Another solid team with 2 of the best players in the league. They've got James Thompson and Elijah Minnie, 2 veteran guys who can really score.
This was the preseason pick to win the West, and everybody thought they were going to give Buffalo a run for their money. I think they really still can. One of the big differences has been the play of Minnie. He did not shoot the ball real well early in the season, but he's really come on strong in the last 4 or 5 games.
The Broncos get some home games coming up, starting with this one on Saturday, and that home crowd can really help you out, Hawk.
It's huge for us. It is absolutely. Again, we mentioned 4 out of our first 6 have been on the road. The 2 that we've had at home have been Toledo and Buffalo, the leaders in the West and East. So this is big for us to be able to get home for a couple of games and hopefully get our big crowds.
Hawk, good luck against the Eagles.
Thanks, Robin. Fight on.
Coach Hawkins will join us in a couple of weeks. Next week on Bronco Review, we turn our attention back to hockey. The nationally ranked Broncos take on nationally ranked Denver in the NCHC this weekend at Lawson Arena. We'll have highlights of both of those games with Andy Murray joining me next week right here. Till then, for Coach Hawkins and our staff, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next week on Bronco Review.